I've just finished watching the clip from Sameoldji, Different Layers. This is a video response to that. First off, excellent clip. I love the whole idea, the way you present the idea of it being 3 layers of the same experience. And it's exactly true, what you're describing. I wouldn't have put it that way, but now that I've heard you say it that way, you've completely erased anything I would have called it before. That's ideal. The physical layer, the mechanical layer, and the narrative layer, that works excellently for me. So you asked how people use it, or their concept of the idea that you brought up. Like you described, using in-game time to create pressure or tension in the players, in the actual player, not role-played tension, but actual tension. They need to make a decision now. This is handy. It certainly has its place, and as you mentioned, it really has its place when it's seen appropriate. If you have a group of expert tacticians and they have some forewarning and they approach the scene carefully and they arrive with a decent amount of time, then as a game master you do have to be accommodating about letting them talk about things that their characters, if they were real, would be seeing and intuiting. So there does need to be an awareness of that. But in a case like you're describing, 2 cars pull up and this exchange is going to happen now, and there's just a few brief moments, and your characters have to get into a position reacting to what those characters are doing, then by all means keep the narrative flowing, and exactly the way you did it. Just let them have a few lines of tactical dialogue, like, go over there, and then say, okay, well, he's digging the envelope out of his coat pocket, and on and on and on. But all the layers can influence each other. The player's mastery or lack of mastery of the system is something that I've been known to manipulate from time to time, particularly when playing characters of a low or novice level. As some characters are just starting to leave that novice stage, and their players are becoming more and more comfortable with the system, but some of the players aren't investing the same amount of energy. We could sit down and have the talk saying, hey, it'd be really nice if you could remember what your roles are, or it'd be really nice if you didn't keep asking me what the target number is, particularly in a game like Ubiquity where there is no target number. Things like that. If the player's not holding up their end of the bargain, if they're not contributing the same amount of investment to the group, then using the mechanical layer to contribute to their education can be fun. If they, the player, are unable to get it together and build their die pool or perform whatever minor mechanical duty that they have to complete an action, then some sort of narrative penalty will be applied. I don't do this all the time, but it's something that you can do, and it can be fun, and it's something that I would do only if it were fun. But there are dicks out there. The physical layer, how does this manifest? Well, this was something that Sean Connors, the Outsider 68, brought up a while ago when talking about knowledge, and in-character knowledge versus out-of-character knowledge. The bad day, if the characters aren't remembering things, and they just can't be bothered to really get in character, why not have the character actually also have a bad day for whatever in-game reason is appropriate. I think there's a lot of give and take and ebb and flow that can happen here, and if the group understands that anything is fair game, and that their involvement in the game should be equal around the table, then if someone's you know, dropping their end of the load, then why not have the mechanical layer influence the narrative layer? And certainly the narrative layer needs to influence the physical, because that's really one of the main reasons why they're there. And I think we see interplay between the mechanical layer and the narrative all the time. You know, do you succeed? Roll the dice. So, yeah, excellent point, and thanks for sharing. I just wanted to make a video reply.